Okay, we have absolutely all been there. You open up that envelope or you click that email notification and boom, your jaw just drops. An unexpected sky-high electric bill is staring right back at you, filled with all this technical jargon that literally looks like it's written in another language. It's incredibly frustrating, right? Especially when you feel completely powerless to do anything about it. But what if I told you that you have the ultimate evidence tool attached right to the outside of your house? Seriously. Understanding your electric meter and your bill can lead to some massive savings and give you total control over your energy management. So, why exactly is your bill so high? Well, let's dive into this because this is where we get to become energy detectives. When that bill spikes, you need to know exactly why. I mean, is it a sudden change in your daily habits? Is it a hidden billing error from the utility company? Or maybe, just maybe, is your meter actually faulty? To find out, we need to gather some clues. To solve this mystery, we've broken today's explainer down into 4 quick parts. 1. Meet your electric meter. 2. How to read your meter. 3. Decoding your energy bill. And 4. Troubleshooting and saving money. Section 1. Meet your electric meter. Okay, so think of an electric meter exactly like the odometer in your car. Your car's odometer measures the total miles you've driven over time, right? Well, your electric meter does the exact same thing, but instead of distance, it measures the total amount of electricity your household has consumed over time. That's literally it. It's really not some scary, complex machine. It's just a mileage tracker for your home's energy. Now, these devices have definitely evolved over the years. First, you have analog meters. These are the older electromechanical models, the ones with a spinning metal disc inside and those little clock-like dials on the front. Then you have the newer digital and smart meters. These feature LCD screens that give you precise, easy-to-read numerical readouts. And in the case of smart meters, they actually use wireless communication to beam that data directly to your energy provider in real time. Pretty cool, right? Section 2. How to read your meter. Okay, so tackling the notoriously tricky analog meter really just comes down to a few simple rules. First, you read the dials from left to right. But you'll notice something weird. The numbers on adjacent dials actually spin in opposite directions. One goes clockwise, the very next one goes counterclockwise. It's a bit quirky. Here's the golden rule, though. If the pointer rests between 2 numbers, you absolutely must always record the lower number. So if it's between 7 and 8, you write down 7. Now, if it's between 9 and 0, well, the 0 represents a full rotation, so the lower number in that case is 9. Oh, and definitely ignore any dials highlighted in red or anything marked 1/10. Those are just for testing, so you don't need them. Now, if you have a digital meter, you can basically breathe a huge sigh of relief. It is infinitely easier. You literally just write down the first 5 numbers displayed on the screen from left to right. Boom, that's your reading. Just remember to ignore any numbers in red or anything that pops up after a decimal point. We are only looking for those whole numbers. Of course, for folks with slightly different setups, there are just a couple of extra things to keep in mind. If you have a dual rate meter, which is sometimes called an Economy 7 plan, your meter actually tracks your day and your night usage totally separately, so you'll need to write down both rows of numbers. And if you happen to have a smart meter with a little keypad on it, you might need to actually wake up the screen first. Usually pressing the 9 button will display your standard reading, while pressing 6 will cycle through those dual rate readings. Section 3. Decoding your energy bill. So everything on your bill basically revolves around one single metric, the kilowatt hour, or kWh. This is simply a unit of energy. To picture this, imagine you have a really large space heater, one that requires exactly 1,000 watts of power to run. If you leave that space heater on for 1 full hour, you have just used exactly 1 kilowatt hour of energy. That concept right there is the fundamental building block of your entire bill. Okay, so how does the actual billing math work? It's like a simple math puzzle. Your energy provider takes your current read, which is the number you just learned how to pull from your meter, and they subtract the previous read from last month. That difference, that's your total kilowatts used. Then, they just multiply that total by your tariff rate, which is simply the price you pay per unit of energy, and that gives you your final energy cost. Honestly, seeing it laid out line by line like this totally demystifies the whole shebang. But listen closely, because here is exactly where the billing errors like to hide. If you don't submit your manual meter readings, and you don't have a smart meter doing it for you, your provider will simply guess your usage. Yeah, they call it an estimated read. And the catch? When they finally do get a real reading months down the line, if their previous guesses were too low, they will hit you with a massive, incredibly painful catch-up back billing charge. No one wants that. Just to show you how wild this can actually get, take a look at the number 47. According to our sources over at BillGuard, which is an app that analyzes utility bills, a homeowner named Sarah saw her bill suddenly jump by 40%. Well, when she dug into the details, she realized the utility company had used an estimated read calculating 47 days of usage rather than the standard 30-day billing cycle. Because she knew exactly how to check her bill, she disputed it and got back over $120. See, doing these manual checks literally saves you cash. Section 4. Troubleshooting and saving money. It is for sure the most common suspicion the second a high bill arrives, right? My meter absolutely must be broken. Now, I have to be completely objective here. According to UK law and general industry standards, meters are required to be highly accurate. So true physical faults are actually quite rare. Most of the time, a high bill is just due to those estimated readings we talked about, or maybe a brand new appliance running constantly. But rare faults do happen. So, if you really suspect a faulty meter, you can actually perform what's called the creep test. It's super easy. Step 1. Go around and turn off absolutely every single appliance in your home. Step 2. Head to your fuse box and switch off the main power, cutting off all electricity to the property. Step 3. Go and watch your meter for about 10 to 15 minutes. If that analog dial is still spinning, or if those digital numbers are somehow still creeping up while the main power is completely off, well, you have a problem. You need to contact your energy supplier immediately. Okay, but assuming your meter is totally fine, how do we actually lower that bill? Well, first, if you're on a dual rate tariff, try to shift your high usage tasks, things like running the dishwasher or doing laundry, to those cheaper, off-peak night hours. Next up, you gotta hunt down those vampire devices. These are electronics that secretly drain power even when they are turned off, like old gaming consoles or space heaters you just left plugged into the wall. Also, consider replacing any really old, inefficient appliances if you can. And finally, check your tariff rate, just to make absolutely sure you're on the best plan your provider actually offers. As we wrap up, please remember that this explainer is strictly for educational purposes only. You should always consult your specific energy provider or a licensed professional for any tailored technical or financial advice regarding your own home. But hey, now that you can totally take control of your meter, track your own usage, and stop paying for energy you didn't even know you were using, I've got to ask, what is the biggest mystery you have ever found hiding in your utility bill? Let us know down in the comments, because I would absolutely love to hear your energy detective stories.